Senator Fischer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, so nice to see you again. A couple of weeks ago, we had the opportunity to talk about the importance of precision agriculture, and I'd like to talk about an exciting opportunity from USDA Ag Research Service. As you know, over the past couple of years, Congress has appropriated $31.2 million to begin construction on a new USDA ARS National Center for Resilient and Regenerative Precision Agriculture, co-located at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Those already appropriated funds are going to allow construction of a research greenhouse to begin on that project. And I was glad to see in the FY24 request for an additional 60 USDA ARS employees to Lincoln. Can you discuss the need for those additional ARS employees and the vital research that the National Center for Resilient and Regenerative Precision Agriculture will perform?
Well, this is a process of rebuilding the workforce at ARS and providing a complement to the research that's done through the AFRI program, which is the grant program to land-grant universities. We're very proud of the work that we do at ARS, but we just need more people. We need more bodies, and we need the ability to recruit bright young people to make sure that we have a constant stream of bright people. We've proposed this because we like working with the University of Nebraska. We think that they have a concept and a vision that is incredibly important to the future of agriculture as it relates to our response to climate. We're going to have to produce more with less. And the only way you can do that is by better understanding how to use the inputs that you have in a most effective way, how you can have seed technologies that are more beneficial and more efficient in how they use the inputs, and then be able to provide the information to farmers so that they can utilize that information in the best possible way to improve their productivity and their profitability. So this is an important enterprise, which is why we've proposed additional investments, not only of people, but also money.
And I hope that Congress is going to quickly provide appropriations so we can see the construction of the facility as well. In the Inflation Reduction Act, it provided an addition of $19.5 billion to several USDA conservation programs. Text of the IRA departed from the resource concerns agreed to in the bipartisan 2018 Farm Bill, and it restricted how these funds could be used to improving soil carbon, reducing nitrogen losses, or to reduce, capture, avoid, or sequester carbon dioxide, methane, or nitrous oxide emissions associated with agriculture production. How's the USDA interpreting that restriction placed on IRA conservation funds? For example, how will you look at a producer who wants to use cost share funding to upgrade their irrigation pivot, for example, so they can optimize their water usage? Would they be at a disadvantage under the IRA funding?
What I can tell you, Senator, and I'll get a specific answer to that hypothetical, I can tell you that the NRCS is focused on utilizing the climate-smart practices that we've identified that we are currently funding under the EQIP program, and using the IRA resources to basically ensure that those practices are targeted or benefited. I mean, the reality is, I think there are 45 of them, so there's quite a broad range, and the goal here is to try to encourage more of that. But I'll ask our team to get back to you on the specific hypothetical you provided.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm new on this committee, and I'm excited to be on this committee because I want to be able to make sure that we're funding programs that work and the producers use where they're able to have fewer inputs and also be more profitable. And I think if we can make those determinations that really work on the ground, it's going to help not just rural America, it's going to help our conservation methods as well. Last question. The livestock is the biggest sector in Nebraska. We always talk about that. It's a huge economic engine. We have a meat animal research center in Clay Center, and I was glad to see the budget request included an addition of 15 employees at US Mark, as well as an increase in ARS funding for their livestock production program. How would increased staff at Mark help carry out research related to critical livestock industry priorities, including increased environmental sustainability, improved production efficiencies, and really optimize the use of our natural resources?
Well, I think we're going to learn quite a bit, not only for the work that's specifically done at that center, but also as we institute our partnership for climate-smart commodities. There's going to be a significant amount of measurement, monitoring, verification, and accumulation of data that in turn can be provided to ARS facilities and to other facilities in terms of being able to educate them about what we know works. And frankly, we're going to find out stuff that doesn't work. And we want to make sure that we're not funding that or we're not targeting resources to what doesn't work. So I think it's a combination of the research that they would normally do, but it's also learning from the experience in virtually every commodity, including livestock. There are a number of livestock projects in that Climate Smart. So I think you're going to learn a lot from that.
Okay, great. I know specifically of one PhD student who's doing research at the University of Nebraska, has been conducting it. She has for over 5 years to look at livestock emissions. And I think that is going to change the perception out there greatly by the public on and really look at the benefits of livestock to the environment.
We need to reduce methane, and we can. There are strategies, and we also need to recapture it and convert it.
Yeah, thanks.